I'm Camila Mendes, and today I'm your celebrity substitute.
Have you been wondering why it's so hard to get motivated during these challenging times? I'm Christina Costa. I teach psychology. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and today we're going to be talking all about motivation and needs. And joining me to help teach this lesson, we have a celebrity substitute, Camila Mendes.
Hi, Christina.
Hi, Camila. How are you?
I'm super excited to help you with this lesson today.
Yeah, I'm so excited to have you. Let me ask you about your interest in psychology.
I took psychology in college, and I really loved it. I mean, every actor kind of says if they weren't actors, they would be psychologists. I mean, acting essentially is an exercise in listening. It's just one of those topics that you can apply to literally anything in your life.
You're going to be a great teacher.
I get to live out my failed dream of becoming a teacher.
You'll be great.
Should we get started?
Let's do it.
Now, when you hear the word motivation, you probably think of TED Talks, hashtag Monday motivation pictures on social media, and posters of cats hanging in there. But motivation is so much more than that. The entirety of human behavior, that's every single thing you do, has some kind of motivation behind it. So how should we define motivation in the context of psychology? Motivation is anything that drives you to do something. So in a textbook, you might see motivation defined as something like a need or desire that gives purpose or direction to behavior. And guess what? We put it on a motivational cat poster, so it's easier to remember.
Camila, I want to let you know that I have a student standing by that's going to join the lesson with us today, and she has no idea that you're helping me teach.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hi, Asia.
Hi!
I'm so happy to have you here to help me with this lesson, but there's something you don't know. I have a celebrity substitute, so I want to introduce you to actress Camila Mendes.
Hi, Asia.
Oh, wow! Hi!
Thank you for joining us today.
It's a pleasure. I don't care. I'm happy to be here.
I wanted to ask you, what are you doing to stay motivated these days?
I like to draw, so I'm practicing different mediums.
You like to draw?
Yeah.
She's an artist.
I did this glitch effect. If it works,
I love that. It's so cute. I love it. It's like adventure time.
I do realistic pictures on my iPad.
That looks really cool. Whoa. That is talent, girl.
I also do nails.
You did those nails yourself?
Yeah, quarantine gives you a lot of time to practice.
These are my nails right now. What's up? So Asia, thank you so much for showing me your drawings. You're very talented, and it's awesome to see that you're staying motivated.
Thank you.
And I hope you enjoy our lesson about motivation and needs. I think you're going to like it.
Okay, I most definitely will. I like to learn.
Bye, Asia.
Okay.
Thank you so
Bye,
much. It was nice to meet you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so let's get back to the lesson. We've already defined motivation. So let's talk about something that drives motivation. Need. Like motivation, the term need is pretty intuitive. It's a requirement for survival or something that fulfills us emotionally. But there's a theory that's helpful for understanding how our needs all fit together and motivate our behaviors. So let's give credit where credit is due. This is Abraham Maslow, the owner of an excellent mustache and a popular theory of human motivation, which he wrote about in a paper called A Theory of Human Motivation. The title was a little on the nose, but it laid out a powerful framework of human needs. Cue the free sound effect.
Now, some modern psychologists say that Maslow's hierarchy of needs is not a perfect theory, but it is a good starting point.
At the base, we have our more critical needs, things we literally could not live without. And as it tapers toward the top, you can find psychological needs that aren't a requirement for survival, but are, in Maslow's view, still essential. So we're going to go up Maslow's hierarchy, tier by tier. Why are we moving from the bottom to the top? This theory says that the lowest level needs down here must be fulfilled before moving on to higher level needs. And to demonstrate, I have someone here to help me. This is my dog, Truffle.
Hi, Truffle.
She's a 6-month-old multi-poo mix, and she got fixed the other day, so she's got this cone on her head and she hates me for it.
I actually have someone I want to introduce you to. This is Buggy.
That's Buggy!
Buggy, say hi to Truffle. She's a queen like you.
Hi, Buggy! Oh my God, I'm living for Buggy.
That's amazing.
Anyway, she has a very intense passion for motivational theory. So we're gonna walk through Maslow's hierarchy. So let's start at this bottom tier, physiological needs. These are things like food, water, sleep, oxygen, anything that keeps your body alive. And here's Truffle demonstrating a physiological need.
Truffle down. Truffle paw. Good girl!
For Truffle, whenever I ask her to sit and give her paw, she knows she's about to get a treat. She needs food to survive, and she is motivated to obtain it. And once that need is met, it's easier for her to move on to the next tier. Safety needs. These are the needs that keep us safe from physical harm. And if you think about it, many of our actions are motivated by safety. For example, having a stable, well-paying career directly and indirectly affects our security and our health. Truffle doesn't have a career per se, but she does have shelter. That's a great example of a safety need because it keeps her safe from physical harm. Now that this need is fulfilled, she'll feel more motivated to move beyond basic needs and onto more psychological needs, such as love and belonging. If needs like family, intimacy, and community aren't sufficiently met, especially in childhood, it can lead to depression, anxiety, loneliness, and the inability to form meaningful relationships. Luckily, Truffle makes social connection a priority. Just to be clear, they're not dating, they're just friends, all right? They're figuring it out day by day. But that's okay because friendship fulfills a crucial need for love and belonging. So let's see the next tier on the hierarchy, esteem. This includes needs like confidence, status, and respect. That means respect from others, but also self-respect. Now, Truffle is a pretty smart dog, but I can't, in good conscience, tell you that she's motivated by status or ego. However, I can put a little gold medal around her neck because it is objectively adorable. And now, with her esteem needs fulfilled, Truffle can move on to the top of the pyramid, self-actualization. To describe this tier, Maslow used the quotation, "What a man can be, he must be." That's because this tier is all about realizing your full potential, morally, creatively, athletically, any arena in which you can achieve. Again, most dogs probably don't experience self-actualization in the way Maslow intended, but Truffle isn't most dogs. That's right. Truffle is writing a novel. Trying to be the best Truffle she can be.
Okay, so now that we understand all the layers of human needs, let's talk about what drives our behavior.
There are two basic kinds of motivators, intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation means a person does something for an internal reward, like joy or curiosity. Let's use my job as an example. I got into acting because I derived so much satisfaction from telling a story and expressing myself on stage. Extrinsic motivations are a little different. Those provide an external reward, like money, praise, recognition.
Classroom environments are really great examples of extrinsic motivators because students are motivated by different things. As much as I would love for my students to be motivated by the actual subject that they're learning and the things they do in class, they're also really motivated by their grades and test scores.
Whatever it takes, am I right?
All right, let's get back to the question I asked when we first started today. Why is it so hard to get motivated these days? I think what we've learned today can help us answer that question.
Obviously, it is a pretty crazy time in the world right now, and I think Maslow's hierarchy of needs can help explain why it might be difficult to stay motivated. We're all trying to figure out the best way to stay safe and help others and plan for an uncertain future. In other words, we're expending a lot of energy fulfilling our safety needs. So with our collective health, security, and financial resources a little up in the air, it's harder to focus on work or school or hobbies that only fulfill higher level needs for esteem and self-actualization. It doesn't help that social isolation makes it difficult to fulfill our need for love and belonging. So if you're having trouble feeling motivated, don't feel bad. There's a very good reason for it, and you're definitely not the only one.
I think that analysis was pretty spot on. What do you think, Buggy?
What do you think, Buggy?
If you enjoyed this lesson, there's a lot more where that came from. Hit the subscribe button now to make sure you don't miss a moment of Celebrity Substitute. Only on YouTube.